looked at Arkansas on offense. I mean, they turned it over some, but they got a lot of weapons. So.
Yeah, they got a quarterback that he doesn't have a conscience. It doesn't. If he throws an interception, it doesn't bother him at all. He's got probably, in my opinion, probably one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver, and the number 11 kid. He's, it's a dynamite little combination between him and the quarterback. When he's getting in trouble on third down, that's who he's going to. He got some guys. The 17 is doing a good job for him. The tight end is doing a good job for him. The running back is as good as any we'll face. Their skill is as good as his typical SEC.
Coach Stig, I imagine y'all have to play some nickel and dime this week. How have the linebackers performed so far in that defense, and are you working on them to improve in something?
Well, Brian comes up with different things every week, different schemes where they can't just pinpoint a guy and try to pick on the guy. You can't just say, well, I'm going to go after the Mike linebacker if they're in some type of cover 2 shell. So we're always mixing the coverages up and keeping them off balance, either with zone coverages, man coverages, all-out blitzes. It's different things we do. But, playing in space is always the linebackers, and most of them it's nightmare because we don't work at it that much. It's not a natural thing for linebackers to be playing in space, and these guys do as good a job as anybody on isolating people with number 11 and the 17 kid and the quarterback being as accurate as he is. So we have a challenge before us.
Dig, how's Chris Frost been coming along?
Chris, you know what? Brian said something today about Chris. He said, Chris is really starting to improve. He's really starting to take a lot more ownership in the meeting room, starting to be a lot more vocal, starting to have a lot more confidence in what he's doing. So he's coming along pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him this weekend playing in some base packages.
About the passing game, that Nile Davis is a guy that is coming back off a knee injury, but has the ability to really be a game changer.
And he's explosive. The only touchdown he scored last week, he scored on some simple flare route that went, almost 70 yards untouched. He's explosive. He had a couple fumbles last week, but you can tell that the kid has a lot of ability. And give it credit to Texas A&M. They made some really good plays on punching the ball out. He just didn't put the ball on the ground in our opinion, just because of mishandling the ball. Texas A&M made some plays on the ball that he wasn't expecting. But as far as a guy that can catch the ball and run between the tackles and make the first guy miss, in our opinion, we thought he was probably the most elusive running back we faced since we've seen Clemson.
Turnovers obviously something they've had problems with. You guys haven't forced a ton. Has that been a focal point of these 2 weeks?
We need to get more turnovers. Coach Van Gordon has been saying it. You got to get turnovers. We got to end up in the plus ratio. So we're doing a lot more strip drills, a lot more interception drills. And trying to get ourselves in position to make plays. And so for us, it's just doing your job, and if you're where you're supposed to be at and doing what you're supposed to, you'll be in position to make plays and get turnovers in this defense.
It seemed like you guys were run fitting better against LSU, which is tough because they're really good. Do you feel like you guys just you hit that point where they started to kind of get it? Knew where to go?
Yeah, that's what we were. Throughout the whole spring, that's what we were doing against our own offense. It was more close to what we've been practicing with. With the spread teams, they spread you out. You get a lot more fatigued, and you're not able to play as what we call 21, 22 personnel as much. This team, when we played LSU, there's a lot more focal point on run fits, and because it was more congested, running between the tackles. We had 3 linebackers in the box that could do it. This week, looking at what they do a good job of playing those heavy personnel as well. But them guys, when you're watching Arkansas, they can get in the big packages, 22, 23, and then they can also do something like Louisiana Monroe does, spread you out, 4 or 5 wides and isolate people.
Is that one of the dangers in the running game? Is
spreading you out so much? It's space. Guys got to make plays inside the tackles when there's running. It's different. When everybody's congested in there, you get big running backs. You can make plays. In those tighter spaces. But now you get a guy that's smaller backs. You got to be a little bit more athletic up front.
Is that something you guys have kind of noticed that teams have had really more success running with the kind of the spread packages and they have when they've been lining up in those base packages?
You know, and we do things, you know, to hide those flaws. But Brian does a good job of blitzing it and, you know, rolling down guys down in the box. So you don't know how many guys are going to be in the box, how many guys are. How many times we're actually playing, you know, what we call max defense. You know, so we have a good idea of what down they're going to run the ball on. He does a fantastic job of the situational runs for us.
Casanova McKenzie's a guy that cracked the rotation, obviously, and then we really haven't heard much from him lately.
Yeah, he's getting in there.
How's he doing with his progression right now?
You know, he's up there now watching tape. You know, he's going to take a lot of pride now. So these guys, you know, with the Van Gorder system, it takes a lot of time. You gotta commit to it. And those things that you get what you earn. And so if you don't spend no time at it, you won't earn any time on the playing field. You're not just going to be out there and roll the ball out there and play. You got to know what you're doing. And he is starting to understand that along with some other those guys, that you got to learn the system, know where you fit, know your pass responsibility. Not only that, what your run responsibilities are in each defense. So, you know, guys are starting to really start to take it serious, and Casanova being one of them. And him like Chris, you know, I thought Chris made some strides this week, but also another guy that we didn't mention was Casanova. We thought he made some strides this week as well.